The Court Watcher Service of the Abolitionist Law Center serves a critical role in our criminal justice system. By sitting in silence and observing the daily happenings in our criminal court system, they then report that data back to those who neither practice nor appear in our criminal courts for their reports. Without cameras in our courtrooms, this service also serves as the eyes and ears of the public, whom are unaware of what occurs in the criminal court system. And by their presence alone, they hold accountable the key stakeholders in our system. Who are those stakeholders? The judges, the prosecutors, defense attorneys, probation officers, and police officers. They hold them accountable by reporting what actually happens instead of what some people think occurs based on the many TV shows they watch on a daily basis. But this accountability goes both ways. And the recent report from the ALC regarding alleged misconduct against Judge Mariani was troubling for several reasons. Now first, let's talk about the detention of our citizens. There's no dispute. Yes, we need a solution to the over-policing in our high crime areas like Shadyside, Fox Chapel, and Mount Lebanon. Hill District, East Liberty, and Homestead. Yes, we need an overhaul of our probation system to take a look at how we extend the supervision of our already overcharged and over-incarcerated citizens with detainers for technical violations. Yes, the Allegheny County Jail is overcrowded and understaffed. There is no disputing that. The key stakeholders need to continue to work together to address these issues. And I'm confident that not one judge on the bench seeks to intentionally overcrowd the jail by sentencing someone unnecessarily. However, I can understand the need to fashion a sentence that punishes, rehabilitates, and also protects the public. But the complaints concerning Judge Mariani are also troubling, but not for the same reasons. Now, I can only speak from my experience, which does not align with the experience of the court watchers. In my near 20 years of practicing law, I've appeared before Judge Mariani on countless occasions for jury trials, bench trials, probation violations, pretrial motions on everything from a murder charge to a disorderly conduct. I don't agree with many of his rulings. I've filed appeals to his rulings to the Superior Court, Supreme Court. I've lost trials where I thought he was absolutely wrong and I should have won, but I never, not once, thought the decision for or against my client was mean-spirited, racist, callous, or undignified. Judges are not robots. They are real people with all different personalities. And I, for one, welcome the back and forth between the bench and the bar as we disagree, we argue over the rules of evidence, as I'm advocating for my client because I know the judge wants to make the right decision on every single case. And to do this, I think they need to know all the facts and get to the crux of the matter before them, which is oftentimes not found in the filings in their case file. Now, I don't expect judges to be meek and mild and hold their tongues and attempt to stay in the good graces of the court watchers. That's unreasonable. Yes, now I've heard the comments about the jail food being awful, but it was right before the judge released the defendant from jail and told them not to return so as not to be in a position to eat that food again. I've also heard the comments about the build of the defendant, of all races, white, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. But it was in the context of, you're a big, strong guy. You should be ashamed of hitting a lady. And if you come back again, you're going to prison. The notion that Judge Mariani is racist, biased, prejudiced has not been my experience. Not once, not ever. The fact that he ruled against my client, gave tough talk to a client who happened to be black, does not make him racist. My skin tone does not automatically render every decision against me a racist decision, or every comment I don't agree with a racist comment. That is plain nonsense. Now, the fact that the court watchers observed Judge Mariani for 1 year, where the court averages about 10 cases a day on a minimum, 4 days a week, and did not document one single moment where the judge had a positive or an encouraging moment is telling. It seems that their mind is already made up of who he is as a judge. Evidence to the contrary be damned. Now look, I'm in no position to discuss or opine on the complaints. There is a judicial conduct board who will address these complaints in due time. I can only talk about my lived experience before Judge Mariani, and that experience has been nothing short of engaging, instructional, and professional. We may disagree, but I never once walked away thinking, you know what, he made that decision because I'm black, or that my client is black. That simply has not been my experience.